Hey everyone, this is Angie at Stampingwithamore. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell for notifications each time I upload a new video. Alright, so for those who are new, I post on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday, and today is card day because it's Tuesday. So I am doing a fun fold card. Stay with me on this one because it's well worth it. It's so fun. It may be a little bit longer because the details in it, but it's really easy and it's really fun to do. So I got this idea, and I'm not going to even try to pronounce her name. She was like Indian and her last name was Patel. So thank you, Miss Patel, for the idea. But the card that she made was really small. In fact, this is my prototype. So it was only 4 inches. It was 4 by 3 3/4 inches, and I wanted one that would fit in a standard envelope. So I totally recreated it myself, and this will fit into this envelope, a regular standard Stampin' Up! Envelope. So that is what happened. It took me like 2 hours to figure out these measurements and for it to work properly because it was a little bit difficult. Alright, so this pulls out like this and it pulls up like that. Now if you've seen this before, I didn't see any other on YouTube. I tried to look up pop-up cards. I tried to look different things up. So if you've seen this, you can tell me in the comments because yeah, I haven't seen it, and I would have definitely tried somebody else's because the measurements she gave were all in centimeters as well, and I don't know centimeters, so I had to totally reconstruct this on my own. So I hope you enjoy it and just stay with me because it might be a little bit longer, like I said, but it's so cute and it's so fun to do because look how cute that is. And I put our little bear on the inside. It says, "Have a holly jolly Christmas," and the little penguin I stamped and put him on here as well. So I'm going to go through all the supplies I used for this because I did use quite a few supplies. The little bear on the inside, I cut him out of designer series paper, which is this, and this is free designer series paper for during celebration, which starts August 3rd. This is a choice and it coordinates with our Penguin Place bundle. So you can cut these out as well if you want to use that instead of stamping, but I did stamp him because I wanted to give him his scarf and his hat, although you could have just stamped the scarf and hat and then put it on him, but I just decided to stamp the one that I did, and I just cut out these little bears, as you can see, with my scan and cut. Now, I was going to say cut and emboss. Those are too close together. So I did cut out 2 of these bears, one for today and one for the project that I did. I did also cut out some of these little fox because they were so darn cute, and I did cut out a couple of the little penguins, but we're going to go ahead and stamp the one today. And this paper is called, oh my gosh, it's the stinkin'est cute, if that's even a thing. Look at this paper. Okay, so I used the backs of these because I wanted the solid. I'm changing up. I'm going to use this designer series paper this time with some of this as well. And look at this paper. It's so darn cute. Oh my goodness. Look at this. So this does coordinate with our bundle, the Penguin Place. But it is free. It is a free choice when you spend, if you don't know, celebration. We do this every year. This is actually our 2nd celebration this year. And every $50 you spend, you get to choose a product out of the celebration brochure that we have. So it's a great time because you get something free as well. You can pick up the Penguin Place bundle and then choose the paper to go with it. It's so cute. Alright, so that's our main one. And then for the sentiment, I'm using the Jolly Holly Wishes, which is this one. And I'm using Have a Holly Jolly Christmas because I thought it was kind of whimsical like this card is. And then I am using the Hippo and Friends dies which the only ones that I'm using are these two, and it's for behind the penguin here. Then I also decided to use one of these wonderful snowflakes. Yeah, they're called the Wonderful Snowflakes, and you just pop these out. These are going to be new in August 3rd for the new catalog, and August 3rd is going to be here before you know it, y'all. Put all this stuff on your wish list because, oh my goodness, there's so much good stuff in this catalog, this holiday catalog. All right, I think that's basically it for all the big stuff that we are using. So let's get started with this. For this, what you're going to need is, I'm using it, changing it to the Fresh Freesia because I just like to show you some different ideas. So for the outside of the card, you're going to need a piece 9 3/4 by 5 1/4. And then for the inside piece, you're going to need one that's 7 1/2 by 3 1/2. And to mat the outside, you're going to need one piece that is 3 3/4 by 4, and then one piece that is 1 1/4 by 4. And I'll show you where all these pieces go when we get to that. And then you are also going to need, for the outside, or the inside piece, you'll need another piece. And I'll tell you as we go along the sizes of these, because I know there's so much that it might get confusing. So this is for the inside, and this is 3 1/4 by 2 3/4, and you need 2 this size. So I did cut 2 here, and then you need one that's 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then we are going to also mat the inside for the sentiment, and this is 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. You need another piece that's 2 1/2 by 2 1/2 for the mechanism that works for pulling this out. And these are all my own measurements. These are all what I came up with trying to figure it out to make this card bigger. So let's go ahead and score the 2 main pieces. We're going to score the outside piece, and then we'll score the inside piece. Okay, so on the piece that is 9 3/4 by 5 1/4, you are going to score it on the 9 3/4 inch side at 4 1/4. And then you're going to turn it, and you're going to score it at 1/2 and 4 3/4. So it's a 1/2 inch on each end here, and that's all you're scoring. This is our outside piece. All right, so for the inside piece, it is 7 1/2 by 3 1/2. You are going to score this at 3. And that's it. I'm telling you, the pieces are so easy. It's just getting it together. All right, the mechanism piece, you're going to score it at 3/8. And then I just turn it and score it at 3/8 on the other side. So that is our mechanism right here. So you're going to fold it like this, kind of like a Z. So it's going to look like that for your mechanism. All right. Okay, so this is our outside piece. I am going to cut this, and we are cutting this long side. We are going to cut off this 1/2 inch piece here. And that's on this long side. And I'm cutting in here, and then we're going to cut these just so they fold in a little bit easier. And then this, we're doing the same thing on this side. All right, so that is all that we're cutting. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is mat our pieces. So this piece, I'm going to sharpen these. This is actually going to fold like this, so you can see that's our basic outside of the card. And then this is the inside piece right here. So we need to mat these all. So let me grab the pieces to mat, and let's just go ahead and mat them all. Again, I'll give you the measurements again for the outside. This is going to go on the outside. And this piece is 3 3/4 by 4. I'm going to use my wet glue here. I hate even covering up this cute little design. It's so cute. The little snowman, the fox. And you're just going to put that on here. And that smaller piece, this piece right here, is going to go at the bottom right here. It's just going to go right there. And then we're matting these. You don't even have to mat this part. I just liked it matted better. So I may have cut one piece too big. So this piece right here is the 1 1/4 by 4. This piece is going to go on the top here. This piece is 3 1/4 by 2 3/4. And I think that I thought I had another piece that I cut out the same, but maybe I didn't. I may have to cut that a little bit smaller. So that's going to go on that side, and then we're going to do the inside piece, and this piece is going to go here. This piece is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And I cut 2 this size, which I needed 2 the other size. I think that's what I did. And then this piece is going to go on here, but I didn't cut it small enough, so I'm going to grab my trimmer and I'm going to trim that down to 3 1/4 by 2 3/4. So I need that at 2 3/4. And we're going to glue that piece on. So you can use whatever designer series paper, you know, you coordinate it the way you like it. And then I'm going to stamp this piece with the Memento Black and the have a Holly Jolly Christmas. And then that is ready. And before we put this on, you're going to have to check it if you want to go ahead and put it on, because this needs to go about here. You don't want this showing when we put the mechanism on and everything. So I'm going to do this piece last. All right, so let's stamp our little penguin because he's so dang cute. And I'm going to use Memento Black. And we do have a coordinating punch. The punch comes as a bundle with this. You can buy them separately, of course. So we're going to do that. And then I'm going to use some pumpkin pie for his feet. And we're going to put his feet up like that. And then I'm going to do his little nose. Like that. He is so darn cute. And then I'm going to use the Fresh Freesia for his scarf. You do have to fussy cut the scarf and the hat. So I will, when I get to that, I'll speed it up for you so you don't have to watch me do that part, because this is going to be long enough. And while I have the inks out and we're stamping, I'm going to use the little snowflakes from this same bundle. And I already cut the 2 pieces out we're going to mat him on. And this is the snowy white. I forgot to tell you that. This is the velvet. I think I've used it already. I'm pretty sure I've used it. It's the snowy white velvet sheets. And so I use that, and you can stamp on this. So I am going to stamp these little snowflakes on here with some, I think this is Pool Party. So we're just going to stamp those on here. You can stamp on it. It's so cool. I tested it before I went ahead and did that, but we're going to do that because we are putting a snowflake behind him. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and punch him out, but as usual, I did him the wrong way, so let's see if I can get him in here. Usually I look at the punch to see which way to punch it, but don't ask me, I wasn't thinking. All right, I need to use some of my adhesive because I got to make a little handle now for this so I can get that in there. Look how cute. He is so, so cute. And I'm going to punch that. Now I got it so thick I can't punch it. I'm going to do it on the side. All right, there we go. And there he is. And I did punch out his little feet before, but I'm going to just do it like that this time. But I did punch his feet before and I attached it to him, but you don't need to do that. All right, so I am going to fussy cut this and then I'll be right back with you. So these are really quick and easy to fussy cut. So there you go. Let's put it on him. So I'm going to use a little bit of wet glue. Give him his little scarf here. There we go. I didn't put enough glue on there. And then we're going to give him his little hat here. And we're going to have to let him dry for a minute because he needs to dry. All right, so we got that ready to go. Now let's get our mechanism on our little piece here. So this piece is going to go like this on here. So we're going to put some glue on here. You know what? I didn't want to use the wet glue. I want to use my tear and tape to make sure this holds really good. So I'm going to just clean that off. And because it's the mechanism, I just wanted to make sure that I had some really, really strong adhesive on here to keep it together. So I am going to put that on here. And we're also going to use it for the other part of the mechanism too. So I need my little hopefully it's going to stay now. I need to add a little bit of glue here because I think I actually pulled it all off. Well, let's go with this wet glue. All right, we're going to just have to let it dry. So you want it centered, just like that. I really, really like the tear and tape. It worked really good, so that's why I was going to do it on here. So that goes that way. And then this piece, we are going to bring this piece in here. You want this piece where you just glued on here to be right at the edge of this right here. So this piece here needs to be right to the edge and in the center. So try to make sure that it is centered in your thing here. And then we're going to put a piece of tear and tape on here. We're going to make sure this piece stays. I'm going to remove that so that I can get it off easily. All right, we're going to do that again. Make sure this is to the edge there and centered. Just like that. Make sure it's straight. And then you're just going to do that really tight there. So, all right, now this is going to come down like this, and this See how those are in there like that? These are going to get tear and tape on it as well. So just make sure this is folded back. Use our tear and tape on here. I think using tear and tape or something really strong. I know this glue is really strong. I've been using it on my boxes. So, but I just didn't want to have to wait and hold it and all that. So it's going to be a test. So then you want to fold this down like that. So there is our little card here, and when we pull this out, it's going to flip up like that. All right, let's get this piece on here. It really goes together really easily. We're going to put that on here in the center. We're going to put this piece next. And then we should have stamped the sentiment. I forgot to stamp the sentiment. And the other sentiment for the front. We're going to grab one of these little snowflakes. They're really, really delicate. But they just pop out of here. Like that. We're going to glue that. To the center. We're going to pop up our little penguin here. And we're going to put him right in the center of that snowflake. And we're going to stamp our other sentiment here for the front with some Memento Black. It says, "To the coolest friend ever." And I'm just going to hand cut that. And we're going to use some, I think I popped these up in fact, with some little mini dimensionals. So we'll put 3 of those on. And we'll grab our backings. These are always harder for me to get the backings off of. And then this sentiment's going to go in the front here. And now we are going to open it, and we are going to decorate our inside. We're going to put our other bear that I already cut him out. We're going to put a little tree on here first. And then we're going to put our bear right next to it. Scoot that over just a hair. Put him right there. And then our sentiment. Now this sentiment, I didn't get my little edge really good there, so it's wanting to catch on it. You want to make sure your sentiment is high enough here. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I had to just look to make sure. Put that right in the center, and then you can write your thing on there and right in like that. And again, this little part, when you glue your little end here, in fact, I'm going to trim mine a little bit here on the end. I don't think I trimmed it enough, because it's catching right there. The part that flaps over, make sure that's glued down really good, because that's important on this, for this to be able to come out. And there you go. See, mine was kind of hanging over, so there you go. Super, super easy. All right, there you go. Here's that one, and then here's the other one. Which one do you like better? I use different designer series paper, but isn't he the cutest? Oh my gosh. These are so fun to do, and they're not difficult at all. Give it a try. I know you can do it. All right, everyone. I hope you have a blessed day. If you need any supplies, August 3rd is the day for the new catalog to go live. You can shop on my blog at stampingwithamore.com. Have a blessed one. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.